first grade friends. Today I'm going to teach you a math game, and it will take about a day maybe to spend some time making the materials and getting to know it, and then we want you to practice the same game on Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. So the name of the game is the Partners Game. And we call it the Partners Game because as first graders, we want you to really know the partners of each number up to 10. For example, last week we were working on Math Mountains and we used like 6, and the two partners were 2 and 4. We did 6 and the two partners were 5 and 1. We did 6, 2 of the partners are 3 and 3. So we want you to practice the partners of those numbers so much that you really know those in your head, okay? When we are at school, we have these really cool counters. They're called 2-color counters, and they're plastic, and it's yellow on one side, red on the other. And we have a whole bunch of them, and they're really cool, and we use them a lot. But you don't have them at home. So this is what you do at home. You take 10 pennies. Now get 10 ready because you're going to go all the way up to 10 in the Partners Game eventually. You're going to get 10 pennies, let me see, like this, okay? You have some different options. You need to make one side red and one side yellow, just like my counters here, yellow and red. And so what I did was I got some red construction paper. You can see I cut it out. You might get some yellow construction paper. And if you don't have that, no worries. Use white. Look what I did. I traced around the penny and then I colored it yellow. Then I traced it around. I'm going to do 10 yellows for one side. Then I'm going to do 10 reds. Or you can cut it out. So I already did that. So look at my pennies. And then I put tape around it. So there's yellow on one side, red on the other. Yellow on one side, red on the other. And they're kind of rough looking, but that's okay. Red, yellow. And I did 10 pennies. So you're going to need some pennies. You're going to need some paper, whether yellow or red or white. And then you're going to need some markers too, because it's fun to use markers in this game. So you are going to be making an actual book. Your book is going to end up like this. Partners of 6. I'm going to show you how you get all these different partners. Then you're going to make partners of 7. And then partners of, can you guess? Let's try and get the page. 8. Okay? Let's see how we do that. So I start with my first blank paper, partners of 6. And what I'm going to do is to count out my 6. I have 6 coins. They're red and yellow. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to roll or drop the coins on the counter. So I'm going to drop it like this, and I'm going to say, oh, look at this. I'm going to sort them. There's 2 red, and there's 4 yellow. So you know what I'm going to write on my paper? And you know, this is kind of a fun time to use your markers too. I'm going to write 4 plus 2 equals 6. And then I'm going to pick them up, and I might shake them a little bit, and I'm going to drop them again. Let's see what I got. Oh my goodness. I got the same thing. 4 and 2 make 6. But you know what? That's okay. I'm not trying to get different ones each time because, you know, pretty soon 4 and 2 is going to stick in my head that makes 6. Let's see what happens here. I have to sort them. There's 3 and 3. So I'm going to say 3 plus 3 equals 6. I'm going to take them, shake them, drop them. I sort them. Look at this. 2 and 4. That's a little different than before. 2 plus 4 equals 6. Now I'm going to show you my paper in a minute as I write it, but I'm going to keep shaking them. 1, 2, let me see. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. So 3 and 3. 3 plus 3 equals 6. Now, I am going to keep shaking, keep doing this, and then I'm going to keep dropping them, and I'm going to keep recording. So look how many I've already recorded. All the different ways to make 6. Now we want you to do probably maybe about 15 different times. And pretty soon in your brain, you're going to be going, oh, I know 3 and 3 make 6. Oh, I know 2 and 4 make 6. I know 4 and 2 make 6. You keep doing it a bunch of times, okay? Then, after you fill up a page about 15 or 20 times after you've done 6, then take another penny and then get up to 7. And then we want you to start working on partners of 7. We want you to become really familiar with that. Now, we have a couple of things that you can change to make it a little bit differently. Pretend you're doing 6 and it's like so hard. Your brain is working so hard. You're going, you know what? I got to start with something a little bit easier. Oh my goodness. Go ahead and get a paper. And why don't you start with partners of 4? That is perfect. Some of you may want to start with partners of 4, and you want to start with partners of 4 and then 5 and then 6 and 7. Now, some of you may want a challenge, and you may say, oh, you know what? I'm going to start with 6. I'm going to go up to 7 and 8 and 9 and 10. But then I want to really start with hard ones like 11 and then 12. And I'm going to really memorize and know all those partners up to 11 and 12, maybe even 13 and 14. Wow. So here's another way to do it that's kind of fun too. So if you want to challenge yourself and you start getting these in your head, I'm going to go down like this again. So pretend I have my 6 out here and I say, you know, I'm getting so good with 6. I am going to get an extra little white piece or piece of colored paper, and oh, that wasn't a good one. Let me do it again. And I'm going to go like this, and I'm going to cover them up, and I'm going to say, what did I just see? I saw 3 red. I didn't have time to count the yellow, but if there's 3 red, I know 3 and 3 makes 6. And then you uncover it and you go, 1, 2, 3. Oh, awesome. I was right. And then I'm going to record that. So that's like an extra challenge to see if your brain is really getting to know those combinations. Look at this. Oh, I covered up. I saw 3 red right away. I know 3 and 3 make 6. Let me see. 3 and 3. That's exactly right. Let me try a different one. Maybe it'll be different this time. Oh, wow. You know what? I saw 2 yellow. I didn't have time to count the red, but if there's 2 yellow, let me think. 2 yellow, because 2 and 4 make 6. I'm going to check. 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. Yes, I'm getting to know those. So there are different ways, I dropped my phone, there are different ways that you can change the game to make it a little bit easier, a little bit harder. But by the end of the week, we want you to have a book that goes all the way up to the partners of 10. Now my book only goes up to the partners of 9 so far, but I want you to go all the way up to partners of 10 by Friday. So it's kind of a fun game, but it's a good way to practice. Have fun doing the partners game.